trust me, after this trip, it's just good to be warm again. So, it's Monday the 12th of October, and myself and my good friends Chris, Tom and Ace are embarking on a 23-mile trip to paddle from Mevagissey to Looe. The three of them on their paddleboards, and me on a bright red kayak with a little picture of a sun on its nose. It was a wet start to the day in Mevagissey, but nice and flat in the safety of the harbour. That was until we got out on the open sea. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't quite that bad, but still it was a lot choppier than we expected it to be. The rain fell and didn't really let up all day, but we pressed on regardless. We paddled across Mevagissey Bay, past Penchuan Beach, and around to St Austell Bay. It was here that we decided to take our first little break on the shores of Carlisle Bay. Now, we didn't capture this moment, but long story short, there were these big waves dumping themselves onto the beach, and I approached it kind of sideways, and the wave just completely took me out and I tumbled in the water. That was alright though. We pulled our steeds ashore, took a quick selfie, ate a couple of hobnobs and got back on the road. And got back on the sea. From here we made a bumpy crossing across the bay towards Polkerris. With the wind in our faces now it was a struggle, and the waves that grew from our right made it particularly difficult to stay afloat. As we approached the beach, Chris pointed out the smoke rising out of the chimney of the local pub, and I managed to find this renewed strength to steam it across the bay and reach the shoreline.
Why can't you talk? Hobnob.
You right?
It was here that we sat and enjoyed a pint, as we waited for the wind to change direction to make the next leg of the journey a bit easier.
Little update. We're at Polkerris right now, aren't we, Tom?
Yeah.
How's the paddle gone so far?
It's been alright.
Been alright?
Yep. Fallen in twice. It's been alright, yeah.
Sun's out.
Sun's out, guns out.
We started to get a bit cold sat outside, so we shuffled into the warmth of the cosy little pub and sat near the fire and enjoyed hot food and drinks. It was bliss.
It's a little bit naughty. Slightly intoxicated. Let's go paddle.
But it was time to set out again, and with the wind at our backs now, we were flying. We cruised round the corner past the lighthouse at the Gribbin, but here it did get a little bit sketchy. The waves did start to get a bit mental, and even Chris was thrown off his board.
Well, hello, sir.
Oh, hello.
How's your paddle?
Amazing.
You feeling tired?
Yes. Pretty tired.
A good tired or bad tired?
I think a good tired actually. Arms are aching, but yeah, it's a good day.
You ready for dinner? How's your paddle?
But we cracked on, and were soon across the bay past Foy, and heading around the corner to our final stop for the day, Atlantic Bay. It was so good just to come around that corner and see the beach there and know that it was our final stop. At this point it had been about 8 hours since we set out in the morning, so I think we were all pretty tired and pretty ready to get settled in for the night.
Here we are. That's mine. That's Tom. I should probably help. Should I help?
Delete this clip.
Oh boy.
How was that?
Difficult landing.
Very interested in how Ace approaches this.
Yeah, there's a wave coming. Stop that, Ace! There's another one.
After a smooth entry, we dragged our kayaks ashore and unloaded. It was time to set up our sturdy little homes for the night.
Happened?
What do you mean what happened?
Well, what did you do?
Oh, okay. So, woke up at about 6.
No one cares about what you did in your day. We want to know about the tent poles.
Before we say anything, it's important to remember that it's no one's fault. It will be easier around the house.
What do you think of this? Foraging!
Consider it foraged.
Morning. Didn't sleep very well, so I feel pretty rough. But I'm pretty keen to get back out there. It's looking nice and flat today. Looking forward to getting home into a nice warm bed, to be honest.
And so we set out the following day at 9 AM. Having had very little sleep, I was really flagging by this point, so I was just really keen to get out there with the end in sight. And it was beautifully flat that day, a welcome sight after the rolling water we hauled over the day before.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
Pleasant morning it is.
Next, we floated around the corner and across Llantivit Bay.
Getting a little bit peckish now. I think we might be heading around to Polperro, stop for a little coffee, and then on to the last leg of the journey. I can't stress it enough, I'm having a great time, but I really want my bed. I just do. It's good fun though, isn't it?
We decided instead to stop off at Talland because we knew that there was a cafe right close to the beach. So we stopped there to refuel with a coffee and a bite to eat. After refueling here, we were ready to set off around the corner for our final destination. As we paddled around the corner, we were greeted by the much welcome sight of Looe Island, glistening in the midday sun, beckoning us towards home. So we did it. We survived. It had been a real adventure, but my arms were absolutely gone by now. I was ready to get home and get warm again. We had paddled 23 miles around rugged cliffs, secret coves and tucked away beaches that are an iconic part of this incredible corner of the world that we're grateful to call home.